this video we're going to do and perform integrations involving trigonometric functions. So something that you need to remember in this case is that integrating cos x, you are going to get sine x plus c. Integrating sine x, you are going to get negative cos x plus c. Integrating sec squared x, you are going to get tan x plus c. So we're going to see how do you use these basic trigonometric tips in order to work out a equation like this. Having a constant here, we can be able to take it out. We remain with integrating cos x with respect to x, and this is going to be 7 times. What is integration? What is the integration of cos x? The integration of cos x is going to be what? Sine x. So meaning this is going to be sine x plus c. So our final answer becomes 7 sine x plus c. If you're given expression like this one, how are you going to work it out in order to perform this particular integration? So first, you need to remember that integrating cos, you are going to get sine. So in that way, we are going to say this is going to be equals to integrating cos, we are going to get what? Sine. So we are going to say this is going to be 2 sine 9x plus 4. Then once you have written that, you are going to differentiate what is inside the bracket. Differentiating this, differentiating 9x plus 4 is going to give you 9. Then you are going to divide that. Then you say plus c. So the first thing you do, you are going to integrate cos, and you know integrating cos, you get sine. Then you write the expression the way it was with whatever that's inside the bracket. Then you are going to divide by whatever you get when you differentiate what is inside the bracket here. And finally, our answer becomes 2/9 sine 9x plus 4, then plus c. I believe you're understanding exactly what we did. But if you are integrating sec x squared x, you're going to get tan x. So meaning this one, we are going to say integrating this, we're going to get 3 tan x, but our x is 3x. Then we're going to divide by, because this was not just x like the way we were having x here. We were having 3x. So meaning you differentiate 3x, it will give you 3, then you divide it there, then you say plus c. So the moment you integrate this part, you check what you have here, you differentiate it, then you divide it. So finally this becomes, this and this will cancel out. We end up having tan 3x plus c. Now this one also, we are going to do this integrating sec squared, we are going to get tan. So which means that we can say this would be 2/4 the way it is. Sec become tan. We shall write everything with pi minus 2x the way it was. Then we shall divide here by differentiate what we get when we differentiate this part. Differentiating 2 pi, differentiating 3 pi. 3 pi is a constant. When you differentiate a constant, you get 0. Then differentiating 2x, you are going to get negative 2x. You are going to, when you differentiate negative 2x, you are going to get negative 2. Then we shall divide it down here, and then we shall say plus c. But now this is a definite integral. It means we are not going to include that constant there. So we shall say this is 0 all the way to pi. So once we have identified this, what I need to do is to transfer this question here so that we can be able to do it later. Let me transfer it here. This is question number 5. Number 5 was from 1 over 4 pi all the way to a half pi, and we were integrating sine 4 theta with respect to theta. Yeah, we shall do that later. So let me just save some space here for this. Once we have done this, I want to simplify it further so that you can see what I'm going to get. This and this will cancel out. I shall have negative tan 3 pi minus 2x over 4, and this is from 0 all the way to pi. Okay, so the first part, we're going to substitute pi. Anyway, we have x here, so it's going to be minus tan into 3 pi minus 2 pi, because x, we are going to substitute with pi here, and that is going to be, if you simplify this, it's going to be something a bit smaller. Yeah, so negative tan, and this is going to be 3 pi, because 0 times 2 times 0 will be 0, so that's going to reduce to that. It will be minus tan pi minus tan pi plus tan 3 pi. So this one we can be able to put straight in the calculator, and when you are doing calculus with your calculator, you have to ensure that your angle is in radians. Ensure that your calculator is in radians when you are dealing with calculus questions. So if I put this negative tan of what you are going to remember is that tan pi to be, basically this term will be 0 and this term will be 0, and the answer for this case here is going to be 0. So we are having this one. Can you perform it and write it in the comment section? Which answer are you getting? Write this, work it out, and write in the comment section the answer you got when you worked out this. Now, the first thing that you ought to understand, that when you integrate this, we are going to have cos 4 theta. Then differentiate whatever you have inside here, you divide it down here. So we are going to do our integration right from 1 over 4 pi all the way to 1 over 2 pi. So meaning we're going to substitute whatever we have into the question. Now, we are not going to include the constant because this we are provided with the limits. Otherwise, if the constant was not, if the limits were not provided, otherwise, if the limits were not provided, you were to include the constant. So we are going to substitute what we know here. We're going to say this minus cos 4 times 1 over 2 pi over 4 minus, into bracket, minus cos 4 times 1 over 4 pi over 4. Of course, this is going to reduce to negative 1 over 4 cos, negative 1 over 4 cos 2 pi minus negative cos, negative 1 over 4 cos pi. Now you can be able to put this in the calculator so that you can be able to check what the answer you will get. And I've just reminded you that whenever you are doing calculus, you ensure that your calculator is in radians, not in degrees. So we shall say negative 1 over 4 cos 2 pi the first part here is giving me negative 1 over 4, negative a quarter, negative 1 over 4 minus, if I work out this, let me see what it's giving me. It's giving me a quarter, so this will be 1 over 4. Then if we work it out, we are going to get our answer being negative 1 over 2 as the final answer to this. Is that what you got? Okay.